I could, but you know, it's going to be a little while before we significantly cool down, Rick. We're expecting warmer temperatures as we head into the next couple of days, believe it or not. The pier, a great place to cool down. It was significantly cooler at the coast. We're going to continue to stay much cooler at the coast. We're also continuing to see a little bit of monsoonal moisture, so much so that a flash flood watch is going to affect, well, for the IE and for the mountains as well. San Bernardino and Riverside County mountains. That goes into effect tomorrow afternoon. It lasts through tomorrow evening. That's Friday evening. So it's not technically in effect now, but it will go into effect, and we are expecting to see again chance of thunderstorms and maybe even some potential flash flooding in the forecast. Other than that, a little warmer as we head into your day tomorrow and as we head into the evening right now. Very warm out there, 70s and 80s for the most part. Back to you.
Well, I love hot weather in general,
so
but
do I.
it'd be nice to get some rain.
I know, wouldn't
down
it?
here, wouldn't
It would wash all the schmutz off.
Oh, the schmutz. But
and
you know what?
cool.
Yeah, there might be some rain. There
Oh,
might be some rain in
good.
the forecast. Yeah, we're probably not
need
going to get it here in spots like Studio City, the Valley, the coast, but up in the mountains, that's where we're expecting it. So, but that's posing some danger. Actually, a flash flood watch going into effect.
Well, that's
because,
not good.
I know, we could see some thunderstorms. Cells sitting over one place for an extended period of time, and that could create flash flooding in the higher elevations there. We actually have that watch that's going into effect tomorrow afternoon. It's sunny across the board, but we will see a fair share of sunshine as well. As we get a look at what we can expect over the next few days and what we're looking at right now, we're in the 70s and 80s. 87 in Palmdale, 78 in Valencia, 87 in Riverside, and 78 in Downey. And yes, we do have that flash flood watch that goes into effect tomorrow afternoon. It lasts through tomorrow night at 8 for the IE, the San Bernardino County Mountains, Riverside County Mountains, and the Apple and Lucerne Valleys as well. So higher elevations standing a chance of flash flooding. In the meantime, we will see more warming in the forecast. It's been a little cooler the last couple of days. Today, a little warmer than yesterday, and tomorrow, possibly even warmer than today. Overall, it's been above average, and we're keeping things above average at least for now, but there is some cooling in store. So we're going to be talking about that coming up in your extended forecast in a minute. You'll see there's that chance of mountain thunderstorms. So by tomorrow afternoon, we're expecting that chance, and possibly expecting a chance of isolated thunderstorms to last through the weekend, through about your Sunday at this point. Downtown tomorrow getting up to 89 degrees. Anaheim also 89. Palmdale at a very warm 102, and Woodland Hills you're expected to get to 103. Riverside expected to get to 98 at this point. We were a little warmer in Riverside today, so potentially a few cooler spots, but overall we are keeping it warmer as we head toward tomorrow and your weekend. As we get a look at Futurecast right here into the overnight hours, we are looking at a little bit of cloud cover streaming into the forecast, just like what we've been dealing with today. As we enter into the morning hours, we're looking at it's not low cloud cover, it's sort of that mid-level cloud cover that's coming in. It's not really affecting us in a cool kind of way. It's actually making us a little more humid out there. You'll see a little bit of moisture showing up over the desert by the afternoon hours, and by the late afternoon hours, that's when things really start to warm up. And once we get that daytime heating combined with the moisture that's coming in, that could make for some thunderstorms in the forecast. Looks like we're popping off a few in the higher elevations in the high desert, and potentially in the mountains as we head into tomorrow afternoon. For the Basin in Orange County, upper 80s, and that's pretty much going to be the case all weekend long and into next week as well. It's going to start to cool later in the week. So by Tuesday, things are much the same, but a little later in the week, that's when we're expecting to feel a little bit of a difference. By your Sunday and Monday, we'll see a little more sunshine. Until then, still dealing with that cloud cover and still dealing with that humidity. Rick and Sharon, back to you.
Ev, thanks.
Yeah, Southland today.
It really has, and it's yet to get even a little crazier as we head into tomorrow, possibly more thunderstorms. We saw a dust devil earlier today, so that was certainly something to write home about. By tomorrow, not only expecting thunderstorms, but maybe a chance of flash flooding. We actually have watches that are going into effect. As we get a look from Mount Wilson tonight, a little bit of cloud cover out there. It's been very humid. We saw some of that monsoonal moisture work its way in today. Expecting more of it tomorrow. In fact, seeing some of it out there, and all of the green on your screen indicating a flash flood watch that goes into effect tomorrow, and it lasts through tomorrow evening. So it technically takes effect in the afternoon hours and stays in effect through about 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Other than that, temperature is very warm. In fact, very warm right now. 77 in Downey, 78 in Valencia, 85 in Palmdale, and 86 currently in Riverside. So a very warm night out there, 82 degrees. That's right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. And we're actually expecting even warmer temperatures, believe it or not, as we head toward your Friday, tomorrow, and your weekend. We'll have more on that coming up in just a little bit. Rick and Sharon, back to you. Well, we've got quite a forecast to show you. This is from earlier today. I'm going to step out of the shot just to show you that took place near Paris on Sunday. So we're expecting to see even more wild, wacky weather out there as we head into the next 24 hours. We're expecting more monsoonal moisture to make its way into the forecast. That mixed with the heat creating for, well, a lot of instability and, yes, some thunderstorms and downpours. As a result, we've got a flash flood watch. It goes into effect tomorrow in the afternoon. It lasts through 8 o'clock tomorrow night. This is for the IE. It's for the Apple and Lucerne valleys right there, the San Bernardino County Mountains, and also the Riverside County Mountains. So tomorrow could see more moisture come in compared to where we've been the last few days. Could be a little warmer tomorrow into the next couple of days as well. Very warm out there tonight. 70s and 80s, 86 in Palmdale, 77 for Downey. Over to PV, 72, Malibu, 69, and Riverside, you're currently at 87 degrees. We are expecting more warming in the forecast, and with that, we could potentially again see some thunderstorms as we see the combination of that monsoonal moisture with the heat. Above average temperatures lasting for the next few days. There is some cooling ahead, but it will be a little while before we get there. For now, we're just focusing on the warm temperatures and the chance of thunderstorms in the mountains over the next few days. Best chance through tomorrow, and then that chance actually does last through your Sunday, and that's going to be for the higher elevations. You'll see for the valleys in the Inland Empire, nothing but triple digits, a little bit of cloud cover, but more sunshine and still hot by your Monday and Tuesday. It won't be until later in the week where we'll really start to feel a significant cool down for the Basin in Orange County, 80s with a bit of cloud cover, and expecting more sunshine for the second part of the weekend into the first part of next week. Rick and Sharon, back to you. All right, we have some pretty amazing video earlier today. I'm going to step out of the way because I'm going to get hit by that wave. Large waves. We actually don't have any warnings out there, but we have seen some very high surf and big waves out there. So we're going to continue to track that for you. And I will tell you the coast probably the best place to be because we are expecting more heat in the forecast as we head into the next couple of days. We're also expecting a little bit of moisture, monsoonal moisture making its way in, and we're possibly looking at a few overnight storms and maybe a few thunderstorms tomorrow. With that, a flash flood watch goes into effect in the afternoon hours, and it lasts through the evening hours. This is going to be for the San Bernardino and Riverside County Mountains, the IE, the Apple and Lucerne valleys, and this again staying into effect till 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So that chance continues through then. Pretty much everybody's standing a chance of maybe a drop or two from that monsoonal moisture, but again, best chance over the mountains at this point, especially with those thunderstorms. 70s and 80s out there right now, 78 in Downey, 87 Riverside. Over to the Lucerne Valley, 78 degrees. Palm Springs at a warm 89, and Palmdale, you're at a warm 86 degrees. Believe it or not, we have more warming to do in the forecast. Doesn't feel like we can warm up any more so, but looks like we will. It's going to be above average. That way, at least for now, but we are expecting some cooling in the forecast. Once we get to the cooling, well, looks like we're going to finally have some relief. But until then, just looking at the chance of mountain thunderstorms, a warmer forecast, and above average temperatures. Let's get a quick look at, well, actually, we're not going to, there we go. Your 5-day forecast. We'll have more on this coming up in a bit. Back to you.
All right.
Oh gosh, I wish I had more additional cool down for you in the short term. It's there. It's just a little ways away. It got a little cooler yesterday. We stayed a little cooler today. We were actually warmer than yesterday, and we're expecting warming before we cool it right back down again. So it's going to be a while before we get there. So don't get too excited if you want the cooler weather. Probably head to the coast if you do want to feel a little cooler. As we take you outside right now to our Mount Wilson camera, you're going to see a little bit of cloud cover out there and also a little bit of night sky as well. A very warm night out there. In fact, 80 degrees. And that's the temperature right now, right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. Huntington Beach got up to a very lovely 78 degrees today. Hemet at 102, Woodland Hills 103, Palmdale 104, and Riverside 105. So technically it was a little warmer. We saw some of that, well, moisture come in, so it felt a little more humid out there as well. But we did see the cloud cover was a little deceptive because usually the cloud cover keeps us cooler, but today it just kept us a little more humid. 77 degrees. That's the current temperature right now in Downey, 86 in Palmdale, 81 Valencia, and over to Riverside, we're currently at 87 degrees. There is a flash flood watch going into effect tomorrow afternoon, lasting through tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock. in the evening. This is for the San Bernardino, Riverside County Mountains, the IE, the Apple and Lucerne Valleys right there. And this is going to continue to remain in effect again until tomorrow night. But until then, we could still see a few isolated storms. You're going to see some of that monsoonal moisture already making its way into the forecast area. But best chance of thunderstorms will be tomorrow once we see that daytime heating. That heat combined with the moisture is what's going to make for instability, which in turn leads to isolated thunderstorms. So more warming in store, and on top of that, well, we're staying above average. So it's still going to be very warm as we head into the weekend here, and downright hot to a lot of our inland spots. Some cooling ahead, but we've got a ways to go before we get there. And finally, there's that monsoonal moisture bringing us a chance of thunderstorms in the forecast over the next couple of days. Highs tomorrow look like this: 89 in downtown, so similar to today. Santa Monica 78, Palmdale 102. Riverside could shed a couple degrees at 98. In Woodland Hills, you're getting up to about 103. But remember, as we carry on into the weekend, we're still expecting warmer temperatures. Futurecast right now set for 6:30 in the morning, and you're going to see there's still some of that cloud cover out there. We're also seeing a mix of the sunshine and clouds, so we're calling it partly to mostly sunny, and you'll see moisture starting to pop up around 11 o'clock, and then around 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That's when temperatures really start to peak, and that's when the thunderstorms could start to peak as well. We could see some isolated thunderstorms right there over the deserts and over the mountains as well. So keep that in mind as we head into tomorrow. For the valleys in the Inland Empire, though, temperatures still staying in the triple digits across the board. Even though we are shedding a couple of degrees by your Saturday, we're staying at 100 degrees. We're not going to see a lot of changes temperature-wise. Could see a little bit of cloud cover followed by a little more sunshine on Monday and Tuesday. Looking ahead past your Tuesday, though, we are eyeing a cool down. So we're going to continue to track that as we move through the later part of your week. But for now, we're focusing on a very warm weekend and a very warm start to your work week. And as we get a look at one more 5-day forecast, let's take you to the coast. A great place to be if you want to get away from the heat. It's still warm there, just not quite as warm as our inland spots. Upper 70s across the board. Lena and Sylvia, back to you. And we're expecting more heat on the way and a chance of thunderstorms. We're going to have your full forecast coming right up.
See, our young people can do like anything.
Right?
It's
and
amazing.
very cool.
Yeah,
And
awesome.
talk about the power of the sun. We have more than enough power.
Right. To
Every
power
toilet
everything.
in the
Every
Southland,
toilet
right?
across the country.
We can do it.
There we go. All right. We're yet to sign up for those toilets. Very cool. Well, you know what? We've had enough sun to, power all those toilets.
Back to the flush toilets for now.
Yeah, exactly. For now. We're okay with that. But yeah, it's been, I mean, speaking of sunshine and solar power, we've had enough to go around all week long.
More, right?
Major heat, a little too much. Yeah, you know, we all like the heat and we all love summer for the most part. Some of you don't, of course, some of us do. But we are expecting more of the heat, and we're still hearing a lot of complaints from a lot of you. It's too hot, cool it down. When will it cool down? Well, we've got a little ways to go. I hate to say it, but we're going to be warming up a little bit as we head into the next couple of days. So we're going to have more on that 1 degrees. That's right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. 86 in Riverside, 79 in Temecula. As we head over to the coast, a little cooler, of course, 67 in Malibu, and over to Laguna Beach in Orange County, we're currently at 72 degrees. So there is a flash flood watch. It goes into effect tomorrow afternoon. It lasts through 8 o'clock tomorrow night. We're expecting potential flash flooding. That's because we've got isolated thunderstorms and some moisture already making its way into the forecast. We're expecting pretty strong cells to sit over one area for an extended period of time, and when that happens, that's what could potentially cause flash flooding in the forecast. So that's going to be the plan tomorrow. We're going to be mindful of that. We're also mindful of very warm temperatures. It was very warm today and possibly warmer as we head toward the weekend here. Huntington Beach 78, Woodland Hills 103, and Riverside you got up to 105. That was for today. For tomorrow, we're keeping it warm. We're keeping it downright hot actually through the rest of the weekend, especially inland in the basin. Upper 80s, flirting with the 90s tomorrow, and then keeping things much the same at about an 87, right around there for the next few days through the first part of next week. And then by the later part of next week, we are expecting to see cooler temperatures for the coast, upper 70s. And then as we head toward your weekend into next week, sort of a tropical-like forecast where temperatures don't change much. Upper 70s across the board with a bit of humidity in there, and triple-digit temperatures all the way into our inland spots, at least for the next 5 days. Lena and Sylvia, back to you. And temperatures continue to heat up, and a chance of flooding, flash flooding in the forecast. We'll have the details coming up.
Now we're ready to
Today and more to come tomorrow. We've got flash flood watches going to effect tomorrow. We've got potential thunderstorms and more warm weather on the way. Mount Wilson showing you a little bit of cloud cover and a little bit of night sky as well. Very warm temperatures tonight, 77 degrees, and that's right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. Huntington Beach, you got up to 78 today. Hemet 102, Palmdale 104, Riverside 105. So technically, we were actually a little warmer than yesterday, a little cloudier than yesterday too, but that didn't get in the way of very warm temperatures. 70s and 80s out there tonight with a few 60s at the coast. And there's that flash flood watch that goes into effect tomorrow afternoon, lasts through 8 o'clock. And that's going to be 8 o'clock tomorrow night for the IE, for the San Bernardino and Riverside County Mountains, the Apple and Lucerne valleys there. We're expecting potential thunderstorms and maybe even some flash flooding because we could see cells sit over an area for an extended amount of time. That's generally what causes flash flooding. So we're looking at monsoonal moisture making its way into the forecast tomorrow. That chance could last through your Sunday. For the valleys in the Inland Empire, we're also looking at triple-digit heat lasting through the weekend. Still hot by your Monday and plenty of sunshine by your Tuesday. For the basin in Orange County, flirting with the 90s tomorrow. And then as we head into your Saturday and Sunday, 80s. And finally getting a look at your 5-day forecast for the coast. You're going to see upper 70s, plenty of sunshine, beach days for the next few days. But I will tell you, by next week, not in the beginning of the week, but later on, we could potentially finally start to cool down, well, for the long term this time. Rick and Sharon, back to you.